Hey guys, I want to apologize for not getting stuff uploaded in a timely fashion for the chord thing I'm about to do real quick. Let's talk about basic chords, but a little information on why I haven't been uploading. I've been really sick, in case you can't hear, so I apologize. I'll be drinking my tea throughout this. As well, I look like a hot mess. I haven't really been bothering. Anyway, I'm going to teach you guys some real basic chords, because chords are the foundation of everything rhythm. And if you ever want to play lead and shred or anything like that, you got to start at rhythm. You got to learn to crawl before you walk. So, when I say basic chords, I'll be uploading another video on stuff like bar chords. Oh, my cable's cutting out. Okay, I'll be uploading another video on stuff like that, but we're going to be covering in this G, D, A minor, E minor, and C. I had to think about that for a sec. So first, let's start with the easy chords, which would be E minor and A minor. So E minor is mostly open strings. That's why I say it's an easy chord. The difference I was taught between minor and major chords is they sound happy and sad. Like a minor chord sounds sad and a major chord sounds happy. So actually I'll teach E minor and then E, because it's just one extra finger. So to do an E minor chord, you're going to hit the open low E string, which is your counting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can hit the first string open, second string here, your A string. It's going to have the second fret with your middle finger. Your ring finger is going to be on the second fret of the third string, which is your D string, and the rest will be open. So just these two are fretted. And it should look like that. It's pretty simple chord. So let's go ahead and strum that. When this first starts, you might get something like this. It might not sound right. Make sure you're pushing down nice and hard on these. I don't think that'll be a problem with these chords. It could be. It might be with like a G. You might have like, but we'll get there when we get there. So E minor, and then to do an E, you're gonna take your pointer finger and put it on the first fret of your fourth string, right here, which is your B or G string, not B string, G string. So it just ends up being. That's the easiest way to do that. That's the only way to do that, unless you're doing it like that, which is taught doing bar chords. But again, I'll get there later. So to do an A minor, which we'll do next, it's essentially an E shape, but you move it back a string. Everything gets moved back a string, and you don't hit the low E string. So let's take a look at that real quick. So this string right here, you don't touch it. You're good. Your open string for the first chord will be right here on the A, second string. So open A, second fret on the third string, second fret on the fourth string, first fret on the fifth string. I'm used to calling them by the string names, so I apologize if I'm messing the numbers up. It should sound like that. And then to do an A chord, you're just going to take your pinky instead of your pointer and put it also on the second fret of the fifth string. So again, A minor should look like that, E should look like that, and then A should look like that. The easier way to play A, if you're doing any kind of like rock, which you'll notice a lot, is this. So that kind of gives it like a different chord voicing. This is a higher one, and when you do this bar right here, it mutes your lower E string, so it makes a. You get some distortion on there. It sounds like. So that's that. So now we're going to move on to the D chord, because logically moving in difficulty level, that would be this chord. So you're going to hit the open D string. You're going to hit, I'd covered this in the Hey There Delilah video as well, by the way, so you can skip probably 30 seconds ahead if you already know how to do this. So open D string, pointer finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, or third fret of the 5th string, and then your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 6th string. I'm gonna have to teach you guys the names of these strings so I don't keep doing this. Alright, so that's that. I've seen people play it like that instead of that. This is more comfortable for me as opposed to that. Oops. There we go. I can't even like do it that way. Okay, so there we go. That's when you're playing. I just want to say whatever's comfortable for you is what's best. Like some people play a G chord like this. I play a G chord like this. That's right. This is called a triad down here. I'll get to that in my next video. But so then we move to the C chord, which is, it's gonna look like this. So this is, I'm not using my pinky. It looks like I might be, but I'm not. That's what it sounds like. So you're gonna take your ring finger here, and you're gonna put it on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Then it goes on the 2nd fret, your middle finger does, of the 3rd string. Then you leave this string open, the 4th string, and then the 5th string, pointer finger's on the 1st fret. So it should end up sounding something like this. As well, you might be getting stuff like this. Either you're not pushing down hard enough, or your fingers are angled over. Make sure you try and keep them up and down as possible. I don't know how to describe that any better, but like, don't do that. Don't hit the string before it and then mute it. If you don't get it at first, keep trying. Watch other people. Do your thing. It comes with time. Guitar is easy, but at the same time, it's not. It's easy to do, but you have to get there first. I apologize, my throat hurts so bad. Okay, G chord. Now there's 2 ways to play this. There's this way, and there's this way. I'm going to go over both of them. One of them I call a fake G. So, what I call a fake G is what I'm going to go over first, because it might be easiest for you. It is... Okay, so you're going to take your middle finger right here, and put it on the 3rd fret of the low string here, the 1st string. Pointer finger goes on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string, and then pinky on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. So this is, I don't know why, this is the chord everybody has the most trouble with. I had a lot of trouble with it. It's like, almost like your fingers won't do that. They'll do everything but. So when you're getting that, that's a fake G. A real G, that I call, anyway, in my opinion, I take my ring finger and put it also on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, so it looks something like that instead of like that. Notice I'm putting my finger down there, and it sounds like that instead of. I mean, you can do either one; they sound different. But if you're playing something with a G chord, it'll fit. Like Over the Hills and Far Away uses a fake G. Also why you need chords. Things like that. Dear God by Avenged. That's a hard one. I can't do that. I'm not even going to attempt to do that. But chords can also lead into things as well. You know, like I think in Pentatonic Nightmare I go. that E chord there. And that's super, super, super important. I'm going to do one more chord real quick, because there's an easy way to play this chord and there's a hard way to play this chord. It's called an F chord. So the F chord normally would look like that, but I had somebody teach me a long, long time ago about this one right here. So, pretty close. It's a small difference in the bass note over here, but that's not what matters. So this one looks like a C chord. What you're going to take here is your ring finger and put it on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string. You're going to take your middle finger and put it on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. And then here's the unique thing about this. Is this finger right here, your pointer finger, is going to bar these 2 strings on the 1st fret, the 5th and 6th string. So it should look like that. This is the only time I'm going to tell you to keep your fingers down when doing these kinds of chords, because it's going to have to push down. That's probably going to be one of the hardest things for you at first, is getting that bar and not pushing down on one and muting the other. It's a very awkward thing, and it took me a long time. Just like the B7 chord, like that looks like a G chord, except it's just very strange. Or D7. D minor was an awkward one for me. Just some are awkward, and other people can do it. Some people are just like, oh, I can do a G chord, but then I can't do E minor. So everyone's different in their own way, and I want you to take that away from this lesson and realize that you are capable of doing this. You just have to sit down and practice. I don't use chords that much anymore. If I'm using chords, it's because I'm writing something and I'm going like... Like that's in my new song that I'm writing that will be up soon. Don't worry. I'm trying to get all these things out of the way first. But that's the chord lesson. Next week, I have all my notes written up here for it. Don't worry. I'm going to have a complicated music theory video for just about everybody. If you don't know music theory that well, it's for you. If you do know it pretty well, it's also for you. It's allowing people to branch out and use music theory, because I didn't know any of this until more recently. I know how to play, but I didn't know how, like, a triad worked or anything like that. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe if you feel necessary, and drop a like if it feels necessary. If you want to see more content like this, like these chord videos, let me know. I plan on teaching songs and doing stuff like that, but if you want to see more theory videos or whatever, just let me know what you guys want to see down below. Thanks.